Hey guys, Kalil Fab over here. I just wanted to give you a little detour of our 54 Overland bumper and some features it has. So this is the winch bumper, obviously. Our bumper is capable of holding a 10K winch. We do offer a light bar countersunk in the skid as an option on our website. All these bumpers come with 2 fog light tabs per side. Another really cool part about this bumper that I don't see other people have is it bolts to the frame in 10 different spots. So not only is it holding onto the flanges on the frame of the Tacoma, but it bolts all the way down to the lower subframe mounts. So it is made out of DOM tubing, which is a superior strength rather than the regular welded seam tubing. And it weighs about 85 pounds without a winch. So it's on the lighter side, keeps your truck happy. A lot of these trucks you see driving around town, they're squatting down like a drag car, but you know, we want to keep these Tacomas light and nimble so you can actually enjoy them while off-roading. Check out our website, www.kalilfab.com, or you can check out this bumper on Tacoma Force's website as well. All right guys, so now that you have your bumper cut, and you can see our other YouTube video of that, we're about ready to start the process of installing our winch bumper. First step is going to be, we're going to relocate this oil cooler. So with your winch hardware kit, you should be provided 2-inch tabs, and what it's going to do is just push this cooler back and get that out of the way. So I'll get that started so you can check it out. Watch Brian, check these out, see how it pushes them back. So then you put this bolt in there. It's funny because I usually drill these out bigger. That's my goal. I don't want to build a product that people are cussing and yelling at their husbands and wives about when they install them. First. Okay guys, so we're going to take that off of the motor. Alright guys, now that you have your relocation tabs on the oil cooler, the next step is there are 2 oil lines underneath it, potentially could interfere with the bolt. So what you're going to want to do is there's this tab right here, and you could either use a crescent wrench or your hands, but we're going to just want to tweak this down a little. Actually, we need a crescent wrench. Yeah. Okay, all right guys, so oil cooler is moved back with our 2 little tabs right here, and you do have to tweak this bracket a little bit. It's very easy to do. Instead of pliers or a crescent wrench will do the job. So now next up is you're gonna wanna shave this inner stud. So similar to our other bumper, if you watch our other video, it's very simple to do. So I'm not gonna go over that. But what I am going to go over is our next crucial step, which is you're going to want to relocate this AC line. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold the bottom of this line and you're just going to push it in a little bit. So the goal here is to have this AC line not be past this bracket. And what that does is it allows your bumper to have clearance with this AC line. It looks like he actually had some interference on this truck already with the previous bumper, but we're gonna get it on there and it's gonna be good to go. But you wanna make sure that this has room between the bumper and the AC line, or you will chafe a hole in it. Okay, that should do it. All right guys, now that you have your oil cooler moved back, your AC line is bent out of the way, we're gonna notch this little center core support piece. So what you're gonna do is just take a Sharpie and let that Sharpie run all the way, follow that bracket. And then what you're gonna do is trim this back a little bit too. And your goal here is just to shave down as much as possible because your winch does sit up in here. And you want to make sure that as your core support moves while off-roading, that it's not going to hit your winch. So, but make sure when you're done with this to clean up the sharp edge because you don't want to scratch up your nice, beautiful worn winch or whatever winch you're using. It's all cut in raw form, so what I usually put on now, you can either use a flap disc or a sanding disc, but we're just gonna feather all that in. All right, so now that you have your core support bracket cut and notched, we're gonna get a little rattle can Rust-Oleum, throw some paint over that. And what you're also going to want to do, actually you don't have to do it, but we suggest it, is throw a nice fresh layer of paint over your subframe because most of these trucks are rusted a little bit and it'll just freshen it up and keep it from rusting through. I like to just give this frame a fresh look. All right guys, with a winch bumper, or with a winch with a control pack on top, it will need to be relocated. I'm sure you can take some of that core support bracket out of there and make it work, but the right way to do it is just to get a relocation pack. So we're gonna pop off this control pack and start working on that. All right guys, now that you have all the previous steps done, we're gonna get the bumper on there. So this would be a good time to call your neighbor or one of your friends over to help you get the bumper on. Now I'm sure you can do it by yourself, but the last thing you wanna do is nick your bumper or I'm sorry, your grill or your headlights. So we suggest having a second set of hands to do this part. All right guys, so now that you have your bumper slid on the frame, you have your 3 bolts on each side. The inside one can be a little tricky, but be patient and learn that it's a lot easier to get that bolt without this panel on. So once you have those loosely tightened down, you're gonna wanna grab your 2 lower bolts that you had removed from before and hand tighten those in as well. So the goal here is just to make sure everything is in position as far as bolts threaded in before you start tightening everything down. So back them off a little bit. Next step is you're gonna get these little L brackets provided with your winch kit. And those are gonna just slide into this subframe. And what these act as is just a doubler for the frame and give it a little extra strength when you are pulling on it with the winch. Okay, so now that everything is loosely tightened on, now what we're gonna do is start by get this bolt nice and snug, and then you're gonna work on your flange bolts. All right guys, we got our 54 Overland bumper installed and ready to go. Hope you guys liked the video. Let us know if you have any questions about it or if you have any suggestions that we may add. Yeah, see you guys next time.